What's up, guys? We're back. As you can tell, I have a new, very nice background. We're just testing everything out. Also, this is a different camera. The camera quality is going to be a little less good, just for the time being. I do apologize. That's just how it is. Uh, I'm currently in the process of getting a really nice, really beautiful 4K camera. I think it's coming in the mail or something. I got it on Amazon, and hopefully it will be delivered soon because it's time to go. I'm really loving my new apartment. I'm not going to show you guys my apartment because this is a chess channel, not an apartment channel, but I got a really sweet setup. I got my desk, my computer, I got a few beds, I got a TV, some chairs, I got an old rocking chair. I got I got everything. Yeah, and it's great. So I moved out of that Brazilian village, and because of that, I can finally start going to these food courts and enjoying all sorts of amenities, steaks, Chinese food. Just you can get everything in a Brazilian food court. So yeah, it's safe to say I'm enjoying myself. It's been a while. I was really struggling in that Brazilian village. It was just very boring. It was a really wonderful beach town, but the problem was it was winter. So who's gonna be in a beach town in winter? Yeah, I guess I should be talking about the game. So, yeah, we got a good position here. I got the classic Leningrad setup with pawns on f5 and e5. This is exactly as you want it. He does not have either of his knights on the. Those are supposed to be golden, but my hand has the mic, so I can't choose different colors. So we're gonna call these the red squares. But this is where the knights belong, and we notice that neither of the knights can get to those squares. Um, White Black should be close to winning here if I can figure out what to play. Now we notice that there are weaknesses here and here, so I like this move a lot. Knight d7. Knight is coming over to c5. I really want to dig into this d3 square. The plan is knight c5, hit the queen, and then play e4 with authority. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Knight c5. If he plays queen c4, I have bishop e6. His queen is actually on the verge of getting trapped. Look at that. Queen b5, a6, queen c4, and bishop e6. It's time to go. I really hope the mic. There's a tiny bit of static in the background. I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to tinker around with the mute with the with the sound. I want to play e4, but at the same time, I want to keep this knight dominated for the moment. I'm waiting for that knight to move, and then I'll go with my e4 idea. Let's play bishop e6 for now. My king will get castled. So I think that was a big mistake on his part. He should have played b4. He plays c4. He's trying to play b4. It's time to play a5. Just completely shielding him out. He has to try knight c3 to d5. He just has to. I guess he could move this knight out. Yeah, so I guess he's getting one good square for his pieces, but luckily for me, that's not gonna be so decisive. We're gonna castle, get the rook out. Yeah, we're playing better people. Look at that. We're playing a 500. What day is this? This is day 11. I'm really liking the mic setup. As you can tell, I lost the thing that was holding this mic in place, so I have to hold it with my hand. That's the only way to record these videos. So eventually, I have plans to get a really professional mic that is also in the mail. And all right, we'll pick up the piece. And so for now, I'm here. I'm here with the mic in my hand, like an old-fashioned talk show host. All right. So yeah, this position should just be over. He's really suffering because of these pawns here. This did not make sense the way he played this. Definitely now that I have more solid control over the score, I can play e4 because I don't have to worry about knight d4 stuff. E4, knight d3, probably something like rook d8. This position is just a disaster for him. It's just horrendous. All right. Um, yeah, we're waiting here. We're waiting. So what's the deal with I feel like a stand-up comedian here. I got the mic. Uh yeah. Yeah, life is good though. Yeah, I'm very satisfied with where I am right now. It's very nice. It feels very comforting to it feels very comforting to be at a stage in my life. I'm not gonna get too much into I guess I shouldn't talk about it. It's more it's a bit too personal, but um let's just say I'm in a good place in my life. Like I'm really the fact that I can eat steaks every day and the fact that I have access to General Tso's chicken makes an enormous difference in my physical well-being. Wait, what did I just do? His queen was hanging. What was I instinctively I was so busy thinking about the General Tso's. All right, so b4 e4. Yeah. Wow. Ridiculous. This queen was just hanging here. Um I would scoop up the rook, but I love this knight on c5. I'm going to take here. I want to keep this knight on c5. Can you blame me? It's a beautiful knight. It holds back this pawn. His bishop is complete garbage. This is just a horrendous position. Queen b1. I'll play Queen b1. Look at this. We're going to play How are we going to do this? Let's play knight d3. Bishop cannot even come to b2. His rook is a sitting duck. Probably best for him is bishop a3. That's not going to solve almost anything, though. So here I'm just going to sacrifice with the rook. It's all about the bishops. This is a beautiful position. This is a glorious position. I like e3 a lot. I'm going to play e2. We're throwing the pawn to e2. Yeah, and his bishop is dominated. Literally everything in his position is dominated here. Y'all are going to have to forgive me if the mic moves too far away from my face. It's a bit straining to have to hold it up. But alas, we're here. This is the Johnny Carson show. And yeah, I can't tell you, like, just back when I was in that Brazilian village, I would have to bike like 30 minutes to get a steak. For those who don't know, like half the reason I'm in Brazil is to eat steaks almost all the time. Steaks are delicious, and especially because I'm a growing boy, I have to eat my steaks, and that was one of the biggest problems when I was in that city. I literally had to bike like halfway across the island I was on to get a steak. So here takes is good. I like e2 more though, because I feel like he's gonna make that blunder. He's gonna take, and then I'm gonna make a queen with checkmate. Come on. Come on, take it. Take it. Okay, actually, if he doesn't take it, we're going to mate anyway. This is check, and that's going to be mate. Perfect. All right, so what are we up to? We're going to be breaking 600 soon. Amazing. So 582. Let's keep it going. 582. Everything good? Okay, e4, c5. We're playing the Taimanov. Knight of 3, e6. Are we going to get a Taimanov? Wow, we are getting a Taimanov. Is he going to know the theory? Is he going to know the theory? The big question. The question that's always on everyone's mind. Is he going to know the theory? Yeah, this is a wild position. I can't believe that last game, I was so busy just thinking about how happy I was to be in a city, and I forgot. I didn't notice his queen was hanging. Okay, let's play queen c7. Knight cb. This is actually becoming a very popular move. This is a very topical variation. I got waxed by a 3000 the other day. This is like a week and a half ago. I was getting destroyed, wrecked by a 3000, and he was playing this game after game. It's not nearly as bad as it looks. It looks a bit unprincipled because it's not covering the e4 pawn, but the idea is that they're going to trade this knight off, and then they're going to be able to reposition their second knight onto that good d4 square. Okay, c3. That does... I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense, but I don't exactly know how to punish it. I guess let's just attack the pawn on e4. That should be the way to go. If he doesn't have a knight on c3, then e4 is going to be a little weak. If he plays f3, I'm going to play d5. Yeah, it's been crazy though lately. I'm in the south of Brazil and it's freezing at night. It's like 7 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees Celsius at night. I had to check where I was. I couldn't believe I was in Brazil. But apparently, yeah, that's the case. That in the here in the south of Brazil, it snows occasionally. Okay, let's take the pawn with check. I'm gonna scoop up the knight. Yeah, game should be over here. Queen e2. We'll just trade the queens. Take the knight. Hopefully, we could get a resignation. All right. So now we're just up a piece. Bishops will come firing out. One bishop on b7, other bishop on d6. Maybe bishop isn't best on d6, actually. I'm thinking bishop is probably better on c5. We're going to play king e7. Okay, bishop comes back to b6. Okay. I frequently tell my students about this. If you can divert their f pawn to the e file, generally that's worth a pawn. And what I mean by that is that if we compare this position to the one before, this is equivalent to him losing a pawn. Because it just weakens the structure so much. That's what I've noticed in general. There's some exceptions, of course, but I don't know. Maybe 90% of cases, 95% of cases, that is the tendency. All right, what to do here? Let's just trade. Bishop c6. Keep it simple. My knight is going to install itself on this great e4 square now. Can play knight e4, play f5 to solidify it. Yeah, this is perfect. All right. So his bishop can't retreat. I could play a really sneaky move. I could go here with the threat of a6. Is he going to see it? All right, yeah, let's go for it. I think it's going to be tricky because the thing is if he plays a5, a5 would make sense to free his bishop, but then I can play a6, boot his bishop back, and play bishop d3 with a nice fork. I'm not sure he's going to notice it. This is not that perceptible to lower rated players, but it's something really important to keep in mind. You need to have diagonals to retreat your bishop on. Very bad to have your bishop far out, far extended. So if he moves his bishop back, I'm thinking a6, bishop a4, bishop d3. He plays rook c1. He still is holding on. Should I play rook b8 first? Yeah, I like rook b8. Rook b8, he plays a6. It's tricky. This is tricky. Okay, I'm going to play a6. I'm trying to keep things simple. At the end of the day, I'm up a full piece here, so we are splitting hairs. But I always like to execute the best technique in these situations for maximum instruction. Rook c8, attacking the pawn on c4. All right, yeah, I mean, I guess we're waiting here. c5, knight d5, attacking this and this. I could have also played bishop d3, but I hadn't seen what I was going to do after rook c1. So I thought it would be better just to wait them out. Because the whole purpose of this was that if they do go for rook c1 to try to transpose, then I might be able to play d5. Or rook b8. I have more opportunities. I don't have to commit to bishop d3. Nice. This is a good position. We're getting in there. We're going to be scooping up some of the pawns very soon. Especially this one. This one is going to be super weak. Look at that. Rook b8. How does he even defend it here? He can't play rook b1 because my bishop is covering that. It's looking troubling for him. I guess we're at the point in the speed run that now, you know, I'm going to be playing actual like rapid games that last 10 minutes or so. So things are going to take a bit longer. He could play rook a4. Rook f4 also, but I can always defend. I'll play f5. Everything is okay. Okay, and we're going to scoop up this. I could have also played knight d5. Knight d5 might have been better. But alright, rook b8. This has to be the end of the game. He could play rook b6 for some style points, but He is still down a rook. It's not going to change that much. C4. Let's play bishop d3. Rook is going to come to b1. Rook is going to come to b1. Attack the bishop on d1. Attack the king on g1. Everything should be great. Okay, rook c3, bishop e4. Just start picking up the pawns. I think he should be clicking that resign button, if you know what I mean. It's really time to go. We got to get a move on here. I'm only 582. I want to get to the heights of 600 and beyond. I'm ready to go. The one problem with this setup, I still have the posters from back in the day. I still have the posters from the Paraguay apartment. But the problem is that there's just so little space in between the desk and the wall that I think if I have Bobby Fischer, if I have the Bobby Fischer poster right here, it's going to be just so overwhelming. It's going to be like literally like Fischer is like right next to me. That would be cool though. I'm going to see if I can do that. I think I sort of just convinced myself of it. It would be very interesting. Yeah, so he went bishop here to attack this rook, but I just took and I'm attacking his rook. It's time to go. Rook c4, all right. He could do whatever he wants. I'm gonna play the really simple, really fun game of chasing this bishop. Let's just start pushing this bishop around the board. If he plays bishop b3, rook a3, and already that bishop is out of squares. Nice. Bishop has to go to d1, and I'm gonna play rook a1. It's a fun game. It's like what is it? Foxes and hens. There's some Soviet name for this where your rook just no. What is wrong with him? He offered a draw. That rascal. That rascal. I do respect it though. A classic spite draw. All right, let's get another game. I want to guess that flag. That flag is definitely from. Actually, wait, no. Is that flag Africa? I think that flag is Bolivia. Let's see. Nice. Nice. Most countries that have those colors are in Africa in terms of their flags, but nice. I'm really proud of that one. I'm trying to eventually memorize all the flags. That's my goal. What happened here? This is a wild position, I guess. So here you're not supposed to play e5. You do not want to surrender the light squares too much. So I guess it's not ideal, but I'll play d3. We'll go into an endgame. I should have been more careful. I should have played knight f3. Normally when I see a move like this, though, I just start going gung-ho in the center and throwing all my pawns forward. Because normally they allow you to take the full center. But in this case, I guess he had been taught the Caro-Kann system. The good news is that in his Caro-Kann training, he almost definitely did not get taught what to do in this position. He should trade the queens and uncastle my king, and he would be equal. It would still be okay for white, though. That's an endgame, so the king being uncastled is not a big issue. All right, knight f6. Knight f6. I could definitely play e5 here. This is a really interesting position. e5, knight d7, d4. If they play e6 there, white plays knight f3. I'm thinking about that position. That's a lot like... That is so close to a French. That is so close to an advanced French, but I'm trying to really understand the differences. So e5, knight d7, d4, e6, knight f3, c5, knight c3. That's a position. That's so cool. That's a position in the classical French with e4, e6, d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6. Yeah, let's go for it. I could also definitely play knight d2. Knight d2 would be good. Queen e2 also would be interesting. Just anything to avoid letting him take and then trade the queens here would work. So e5. Let's play e5. In general, this is considered a little bit of a concession if his bishop can use these squares. But notice I'm pushing his knight away, and his knight's only logical square is to go to d7. All right, let's play d4 here. I got a really sneaky trick up my sleeve. If he doesn't know what to do, I'm going to play bishop d3, e6, and if he takes, I got checkmate coming. So that would be cool. It's time to go. All right. I guess we're heading for the French. This is wild. This is wild. Like the bird turns into the French. So he's wasted a move on c6, c5. I wasted a move on d3, d4. And now we're in a mainline French position. Just completely wild stuff. He's supposed to play knight c6. Even so, like, if we just take stock of everything, I'm sorry for jumping around all over the place. It's very late at night here in Brazil, and I just wanted to record a video before going to sleep. Even though we've reached a completely normal classical mainline position, the thing is that we've gone to a system that he probably has no preparation in. He's definitely learned the Caro and nothing else. He is playing very well, though. I might have to call Kramnik on this one. Queen b6. I think we play a3. Classic idea here. They take on b2, we play knight a4 and trap their queen. Hopefully this works. I'm really hoping this does. If he plays another move of theory, I am calling Kramnik, though. Okay, good. He botched the queen. It's over, people. We got him. He dropped the queen. Knight a4, really beautiful move. And now... No. No, that is such a... Oh. I have to go into my settings. I'm going into my settings right now. I'm so sick of that. That happened before. And people warned me, and I didn't make sure to listen to them. How do I do this? Please, chess.com, for all the marbles in the land, please. Just let me change that. Let me get rid of that. That's the most annoying thing. Okay, drag. Thank you. All right, hopefully. I'm going to try to salvage this position. He just botched the queen. He just botched a knight. He botched a full queen, but I was trying to explain things. What I was going to explain was that when you have the pawn on a3, he neither has queen b4 nor queen a3 in these positions. That's why it's a very classic idea here. When they hit you with queen b6 to take on b2, you just play a3 and your pawn is normally safe. All right, this is a disaster now. Somehow or another, I can still take a draw. I can still play rook b1 and play rook a1 and go for a draw. I'm going to try to bully him. The thing is he probably doesn't know I'm a grandmaster. So he's not going to be happy to take a draw, and he sees that he's up a lot of material. If he plays queen b2 and allows the repetition, I'll have to figure out another way to do it. I'm not giving this guy a draw. We're not giving this guy a draw, and I'm not counting this toward the loss column. This was a mouse slip. Y'all know the truth. First one doesn't count. All right, let's play rook b1 here. The final test. The final test. What's he going to do? Queen a2. All right, I'm gonna wait him out a little bit. I'm gonna play bishop b5. We're waiting him out. I want to play rook a1. I should play bishop c3 here. I desperately need to trap his queen. I keep on assuming that he's gonna play like GM level moves, but the idea is here I need to play something that's tricky and is probably unsound, but will get the queen back. Because at this point I am, objectively speaking, I should be taking the draw. Definitely should be taking the draw. Sorry, let's get back to the position. What is his profile? Are those capibaras? There's this famous Brazilian animal called a capibara. It's this strange type of beaver-like creature. I'm not sure what it is exactly. It's like some type of beaver, but it's harmless and it's very innocent and it's vegetarian and it's really popular here in Brazil. People love it. Okay, so takes. I'm just gonna castle. I'm gonna continue waiting. I'm hoping that some blunder happens, like, because really, I should be losing here. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I should be losing here. I dropped a full piece because of that chess.com clicking. You know, if we consult Vegas odds though, If we consult the Vegas odds, I am a GM at the end of the day, and as a GM, even if I'm down a piece, I shouldn't be complaining. I think I still have very good chances, and in fact, yeah, I'm winning the piece right back. We're still down some material. I think I'm still down a few pawns, but at least, yeah, things are starting to turn around here. I really want to throw an f5 sooner or later. F5 is going to completely destroy. It's going to completely shatter his structure. Either I'll be able to take and play on the f file, or he'll take here, and he'll have completely compromised his king side, his central positioning. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. What's it going to be, Mars? It's time to go. Knight e1 is a sneaky move. Knight e1 is a super sneaky move. Should I play it? I'm playing knight d3 to trap the queen. I really don't know. Should I play it? Knight e1, he could play d3 and his queen gets the d4 square. I think you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna do it. We're doing it. Got nothing to lose. He's not. There's no way he's playing d3. d3 is a GM level move. All right, taking the rook. Great. Yeah. So that was a very scary 10 moves there, but it seems like everything's under control now. I'm up some material. Knight d3 will still trap his queen. Everything's good. Knight b6. Let's play. I'll play knight d3. Getting the queen. Yeah, I expect a resignation here probably. This is looking very tough for him. I'm wondering if I should play another game. I guess I have to cut it. I have to cut the video after this. That's crazy. How many games did we get? We only got 3 games because now these games are legitimate rapid games. That's cool though. Hopefully I'll finish the speed run by the time I turn 50 years old. The speed run is going to take so long. But yeah, now we're getting to good, relatively normal positions. It's going to be a lot of fun. Queen to what? All right, we're taking. End of the game, fast approaching. He takes. I'm taking this, and that's going to be checkmate. All right. So thank you all for watching. This was a great run. Day number 11 was today. Tomorrow will be day number 12. See you for that video.